Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special webinar on Meet the Market. We have Dale Vermillion as our special guest today. Pay attention. We have something that is game-changing, could be career-changing, will be career-changing for people that take action on what we're going to share with you. This is a critical time in the mortgage industry. This has been a rough year. I've been doing this for 36 years. I've seen multiple shifts in the market. And you know, I always say none of them are the same. You know, they're all tough. They're all hard. This is not the worst. I mean, 2008 and the mortgage meltdown was just, you know, a complete catastrophe, and it eliminated a lot of companies, a lot of mortgage professionals, because this is the second toughest shift I've seen in the mortgage space. And here's the deal. What's different about this one than 2008 is there are the haves and the have-nots. There are people that are thriving in this market. You know, there are producers winning. There are new loan officers getting in the market right now, and it's literally their first year, and they're kicking ass. You know, like there are winners in this market. And then there are people that, hey, they're down, but they're gaining market share in their market. And yes, there are people that are getting out of the business. There are companies that are going out of the business. But this is a mindset market. This is an activity market. And this is doing the right things. Strategy matters. So all three of those things are super important. You know, as the founder of MortgageCoach, I've known Dale Vermillion for over 20 years. He's coached our company before over 25 years ago. And I call him the king of conversion. Like there is no one that I know that has trained more loan officers and helped more companies create conversion machines. And this is a conversion market. Last year was a volume market. This is a conversion market. So MortgageCoach and Sales Boomerang have done a collaboration with Dale. Like, I like to think we're pretty good at conversion here at MortgageCoach too. You know, we built this conversion tool. Sales Boomerang, it's a lead gen platform. And right now in a market like this, you need every lead you can get. And so Sales Boomerang is monitoring databases, and it's letting you know which of those consumers are most likely to need help in this market. But here's the deal, guys. You need scripts, you need tactics, you need know-how. No one better than Dale Vermillion to do training on that. So we're here to tell you about a new collaboration called Meet the Market. And we're going to tell you why we created it. We're going to tell you what it is. We're going to give you a little demo of it. And yes, we're going to encourage you to go through the program. Now, Alex just joined us. I don't know if his mic is working and he's ready to say some opening words. If he is, Alex, I'll tell you if I hear you. We are not hearing Alex, so I'm sure we'll. Boom.
We got you.
Alex,
all right.
You got any opening thoughts
going on with this whole setup? my whole setup is all kinds of jacked up today. Hey, everyone. Look, I was listening in the background, and it's a great introduction and a great starting point for what we want to discuss. This is so important, I think, for everyone to understand. This is only for Sales Boomerang and MortgageCoach clients. That's it. When we got together with Dale and we started talking about the market, we started talking about the difficulties, Dale was like, look, what you guys have, what the two companies are offering, these presentation tools, communication, discovery, reasons to talk to people. If people can just really dial those skills in, it would be a game changer for them. And so we said, hey, let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Let's get everyone dialed in and ready to maximize the programs you're all investing in already. So that is the collaboration here. That is the magic that has come together. I'm just pumped for Dale, for you to start sharing and showing people what it is that they can give to their teams. Because as you said on a call earlier, Dale, the 23rd year, 2023 starts December 1st. Doesn't start January 1st. It starts December 1st. Starts right now. So I'm just pumped to give this team, to give our clients what we've created.
Awesome. Well, let me say on behalf of Mortgage Champions and for myself, what an honor it is to work with you, Alex, and you, Dave. Longtime friends. You guys have incredible companies. We are delighted to partner with you because, look, 2022, as Dave talked about, it's been rough for a lot of loan officers, but it doesn't need to be. In fact, you know, one of the things that I will tell you, I love when Dave talked about the haves and the have-nots and people are succeeding. We work with dozens and dozens of companies across the country. I've trained over 1 million loan officers over my career, and I can tell you that we're working with a lot of companies today. In fact, our average clients are way ahead of the market. The market, in general, most lenders are 70% of last year's business results. Our clients are closer to 25 to 30% off only. And we've got clients that are beating last year's business plans. That was the best year in history. And the reason is because exactly what Dave talked about, it's all about conversion. There's two things you have to understand about this marketplace is that first off, you got to have the referrals and the lead and the opportunities in the first place. That's why Sales Boomerang is so vitally important to your success, is because you've got to be able to connect with your customers, your database, and understand and identify through AI technology. They do it better than anybody in the country, on who are those people that are prime candidates for a mortgage refinance or for a purchase. How do you have tools for your realtors? You use that through Sales Boomerang. And then once you've done that, it's all about conversion. And that's where Mortgage Coach becomes so important to you. That's where strategy becomes so important to you. And that's why we created Meet the Market, was to give you the tools to succeed in this marketplace. Because this is not 2021, gang. This is 2022. And to Alex's point, 2022 is now officially over. We're starting 2023 today, so we want to start it by giving you a tool that will prepare you in December so you can build a killer pipeline. So January 1st, when you come back from the holidays, you're already making money and you're going to have the best year in 2023 you've ever had. So if I can, let me just take a couple of minutes. I want to talk about 4 key principles that are absolutely critical to your success in today's marketplace that you've got to apply, all of which are covered in Meet the Market, and all of which are important, and we go way deep in on that process. So let me talk about those 4. And here's the first one. It's your mindset. Alex mentioned that a moment ago. Look, I tell people and loan officers every single day in training this year that the problem's not the market. This is an incredibly opportunistic market if you understand the opportunity. The problem is mindset and methodology. You have to have the right mindset. You have to have confidence in the market. You have to have belief in the market, and you got to see the opportunity. Meet the Market's going to help you understand that this is actually one of the best times to buy a house. And we're going to teach you how to talk to your customers in a way to help them see the opportunities today, even in this higher rate market. At the same time, many times it's a great time to refinance because we know, and we've taught for decades, that rate doesn't matter. What matters is what the rate does for you. In other words, rate is the outgo. What matters is the outcome, how you help a customer really create a better financial scenario. So the first thing we got to have is great confidence, great belief, and we're going to help you build that through Meet the Market. Then, once you've got that down, it's all about your value proposition. How are you talking to your customers? How are you talking to your real estate partners? What do your prospect calls sound like? What does the opening call count sound like? Look, the mistake that loan officers make, I talk about it a lot, is the 4 Ps in our value proposition, because it's really not a value proposition. What are the 4 Ps? We talk about price, that's rates and fees. You don't want to talk about that in this marketplace when you start a call. We talk about product. Customers don't understand product. They want money. They don't want a mortgage. So you got to talk about money. That's not product. You can't talk about programs because it's beyond the realm of understanding, and you can't start by pre-qualifying. Most loan officers that I listen to, and I've listened to tens of thousands of calls over my career and trained millions of loan officers in my career, and what I hear a lot is we start a conversation by making sure they qualify before we spend the time. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to use a quote from my friend Garth Graham, who was just on my Betting 1,000 podcast. Garth is a genius. He said, if you go to a cocktail party and somebody says, I'm buying a house, you don't look at him and say, really? So what's your FICO score? And how much money do you have to put down? Are you going to qualify? You say to them, really, why? And you start a conversation with them and you create a value proposition. So we're going to teach you and Meet the Market how to build a killer value proposition based on benefits, based on value, based on credentials, how to really win and convert way more of your opportunities. And that leads to the third thing, building incredible relationships. Look, this is a marketplace where you've got to have the trust, you have to have the confidence, and you have to have the credentials with your borrowers. And a lot of times what happens is we get into mortgage conversations and we don't get into the conversation of really understanding our borrowers at a level that nobody else does. That's what it takes in this marketplace. Look, we got the time. There's less leads than there used to be. We want to spend it on building incredible relationships, having great knowledge, because all of that's going to work in your Mortgage Coach presentations to help you win and hit the fourth and final piece, and that's differentiation. If there's one thing you got to do in this marketplace, you got to be different from everybody else that customer might be talking to. We know there's a lot of competition out there. So if you have a strong belief system with great confidence, you see the opportunity, we'll teach you that and Meet the Market. You have an incredible value proposition based on benefits and credentials where your customers and your real estate partners are loving what they're hearing from you. And then you're building incredible relationships that establish trust, loyalty, and a true understanding of the needs of that borrower, whether it's a purchase or a refi. You are in perfect position to differentiate yourself, to use your Mortgage Coach tools, to really make an astounding difference in your offer so that you become what we all long to be in this marketplace, and that's an advisor who educates your borrowers on why this is a great market, why they should buy today, why they should refinance, how they can save money, and how you can create more savings, stability, and security than they've ever seen in their lifetime. That's what Meet the Market is going to teach you, and it's going to teach it to you in a matter of a couple of hours, because we've taken the best of the best techniques of over 1 million loan officers, and we're going to teach you how to use them.
But Dale, I think you've just, and I think Dave may have wanted to just jump in with the same thing. I think what's really, really fun here, guys, is that this isn't one of those situations where tomorrow we're going to send you a link and you're going to jump on this exact same webinar concept and you're going to be like, let's teach our team how to do this. We went above and beyond. This is a fully automated a little bit over 3-hour course, completely online, with testing, with tracking, with resources, all of it designed to go at the pace of your loan officer. And they go through it today. They love it. They're like, oh man, I didn't take enough notes on lesson 3, which Dale, you're about to show something. They go back to it and they look at it again the next day and they go, oh, that's what it was. Right. And so this isn't just a course. You must take notes. You're also going to have all this video content that you can go back to for 30 days and continue to retrain and retain the information that you just learned. And I think, look, for the industry, for me, that's a first. I've never seen anyone do it this way. I've never seen anyone say, hey, here it is, bundled up, packaged up, go get it, and then come back to it if you need to come back to it. And so, and hyper focused on maximizing the investment you've already made, guys. You're already using Mortgage Coach. You're already using Sales Boomerang. This is maximizing it, getting the most out of every person on your team. That is why this was created. So, Dave, do you think it would be a good idea for us to maybe have Dale show some of how the learning will happen?
But before we do that, I want to share my biggest why of all. I mean, obviously, to help conversion, have sales training. At the end of the day, mortgage professionals, sales professionals, you pick your habits, and those habits pick your income level and your success level. It's that simple. And I've dedicated my career to helping loan officers be the best converters, creating lifetime relationships ever. But here's the biggest challenge, guys, is that, there's not a lot of good sales trainers in the mortgage industry. And most branch managers aren't necessarily the best sales trainers. They might be great, like they have figured out how to do it, but either one, they're not great sales trainers and teachers, or two, they don't have the time between doing their own production and managing things. They don't do enough sales training. So guys, I've done site visits with Rocket Mortgage, and I can tell you right now, they've got great sales trainers on staff, on team. That's why when you look at their annual report, they have like a 93% retention rate, because people think that Rocket's biggest, oh, they're a marketing company. Oh, they're a tech company. No, they're a training company. They've got a lot of trainers training people. And so obviously anybody who's followed me, I've also dedicated the past 15 years to creating great content that trains loan officers on our YouTube channel. But here's the deal, guys. It's ad hoc. It's not really training. It is really valuable, and I recommend you follow that. But to me, what excited me about this is this still is a gap for a lot of heads of production, a lot of regional leaders, a lot of branch managers, where you know what? If you have Mortgage Coach and Sales Boomerang, or one or both or the other, and you really want to have like a guy like Dale Vermillion do a 3.5-hour digital training, and that's dedicated to building sales skills that turn into sales habits, guys, that's what we created here. Like, so it's literally, you know, if you're a branch manager, this is like having Dale Vermillion do conversion training for your loan officers. If you're a regional leader, this is like, hey, Dale, will you at scale teach and train sales skills? So I'm not aware of something like 3.5 hours. It's like my vision to Dale when we agreed on this is like, it's a 1-week boot camp. And guys, if you sign up for this and you don't do it in 30 days, you're killing yourself. Like we want you to sign up and we want you to go through a 1-week boot camp. This webinar is in December. So great time to go through the boot camp and be ready in January. But if you're watching the recording this and it's January, like the only thing that you'd be blowing it is if you don't do this between now and spring home buying season.
That's right.
So, and remember guys, rates are, I think they're starting down. You know, yesterday the Fed came out and signaled that maybe we hit the top. And so 2 things I know for sure: spring home buying season is coming in 2023. We need to be ready. And I know for sure rates are coming down. It's a question of how fast and how low. And we want you guys to kill it. So Dale, I'm going to play a quick clip of this because, you know, guys, I like movie trailers. So we're going to give you and by the way, this isn't a movie trailer. This is an actual segment, you know, just less than a minute of what this looks like. And then we're going to go through and break it down for you, exactly what this is in detail. So check out just a minute of this so you can see the quality of the shot and you can see the quality of the content.
Here's an absolute truth that I've learned in my career. You can get a low rate and a bad loan and a higher rate and a great loan. It's not the rate that dictates whether the loan's a good loan. It's how I create and configure the loan to benefit my borrower. So I can give you a low rate loan that I don't provide great service. I mess up all kinds of things during the process. I give you a term that isn't the right term for your long-term situation. It doesn't help you in the long term. It actually costs you a bunch of extra dollars that you were saving up front because I extended your term and cost you a bunch on the back end. It doesn't give you the cash you need for the things you're looking for. It doesn't provide the right down payment to put you in the right kind of home. It doesn't provide you with the right kind of payment that you can afford that helps your family for the future. It doesn't create the savings you needed or get rid of the debt you need to get rid of. There's a lot of things you can do wrong in a loan, but give them a low rate and make it a loan that isn't very good for them. And you can also give them a loan that is at a higher rate that if you do everything right, that rate's not going to matter. That difference between you and your competition is not going to be the reason why they choose. They're going to choose because the loan is better for them. Because here's what I've learned to be absolutely true. Price and value are separate. Now, by the way,
guys, value and advice always beats price. And guys, this is designated to training loan officers, building habits, understanding all of this, and then it's got scripts to go from price to advice. So Dale, well, first of all, Alex, anything you want to say? And then let's have Dale, we're going to describe what we did in detail. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, I think what people are hungry for, and everyone that's on the call, if you're hungry for this, go down there and give me a thumbs up, is how does this actually look? What will my team be seeing when they get involved? Okay, here we go. Yeah, there it is. So I think it's time for us to show them, Dale, like, what does the interactive experience look like? I don't know if you want to show, Dave wants to show, I know Jake is on, he could show, but let's show them what the interactive activity looks like, what the different modules, right? I'm sure everybody wants to know what are the modules each one of their team members is going to learn. So let's give them a little bit of a preview and talk them through this, Dale, while we're pulling up the screen. Talk them through what was done.
All right, guys. So I'm actually pulling it up. And as you can see, and we're going to put a link, we call this the course description in the outline. And then you notice, by the way, you can sign up on this course description outline. And then as you go through it, you know, there's a welcome section. So Dale, I'm going to click the tabs and I'll just kind of follow along, but describe what you were thinking, because you really designed the courseware.
Yep. Well, in the opening welcome, we're going to talk about what are those opportunities in the marketplace. Look, the key to all of this training is that it has two key elements. It's strategic and it's systematic. Everything we're going to teach you is based on strategy, not motivation. We're not going to pump you up, although I know you're going to be pumped up when you're done because you're going to have a lot more knowledge. But it's designed to teach you the strategies in a system that you can apply instantly. So literally, you go through the 3 hours, that day, your conversion's going up. I guarantee you that. It happens all the time. We've been doing this for 27 years. So in that first welcome, we're going to talk about what are those opportunities in the market? How do you build that right mindset? And how do you have confidence and belief that'll help you win no matter what rates are doing?
And then let's get into this. And by the way, guys, just to be clear, there's 31 lessons. It's 3.5 hours of digital content. It's $499. What was your thought on environment? And then we'll go to foundations.
Yeah. So one more thing I want to mention in that first piece is you're going to go through a sales accuracy testing where we're going to be able to evaluate some of the things that you're doing today that are keeping you from converting and winning as much as you could. And then we're going to move right into the environment and talk about what is today's consumers thinking about? How are they different from the past? What is the difference between a 2023 and a 2022 market versus a 2021 market? And how do you prepare yourself in this marketplace to understand how to attack it? What's your positioning in today's marketplace for purchases? What's your positioning for refi? It's going to be different than you think. I ask the question every day of loan officers, what do you think the right positioning is? Nobody ever gets it right because they're missing key elements we're going to teach you that are going to help you to be more successful in attacking this environment. And we're not only going to talk about consumers, but also your referral partners. We're going to also address how the partners think differently today and the challenges they're facing that you can solve for them. They're going to help you if you're in a retail environment where you're dealing with referrals.
Foundations. And by the way, guys, remember, if you're liking what you're seeing, feel free to use those little emojis and let us know what you like. I see a few loves. So tell us about foundations.
So the triangle for success, I referred to earlier, we're going to teach you how to create value, relationship, and differentiation, and the importance of those three things to your selling. But the thing that I hear constantly from loan officers over my entire career that they love the most is when I get into the dealing with rate. Rate doesn't matter. And I'm going to teach you that rate doesn't matter. I'm going to teach you how to take every stinking objection you've ever gotten and rip it to shreds. I'm going to teach you how to compete no matter what your rates are. I don't care if you're 0.5% higher than your competition. I'm going to show you how to create value and how to answer all the questions properly. Most of the objections we get, we actually create because we say the wrong things. I'm going to teach you the 4 most common mistakes we make when we start a conversation and then the right thing to say so you really start to build a powerful value prop and have really great sales communication.
And I want to call out, guys, 31 lessons, test for foundational knowledge. I mean, managers, guys, how would you like to have Dale Vermillion test your sales force on sales efficiency? How would you like to have all these micro classes? And again, sales, like test on environment. That means, are people looking at this market with the right mindset? Remember, mindset matters in this market. And so we're starting with where are we at, testing on efficiency. We're getting into mindset and let's look at this market in a better way. Guys, this alone would be the value of 3.5 hours of your time, which is the most expensive investment. I mean, $499 is not a trivial investment, but if you're doing things right, your biggest investment is the time and energy you put into something. But guys, this is helping with your mindset. And now, guys, I love all of the chapters, but literally, since I have become the Chief Innovation Officer of Sales Boomerang, one of the things that I've noticed is people just don't know what to say. They don't know what to say and how to say it. And so, Dale, what did you do in this conversion training?
Yeah, this is the meat and potatoes. So everything that you've learned up to this point will prepare you for the conversion piece, which we're going to teach you how to convert your referrals and convert your leads on a much higher level. And then we're going to get into the sales boomerang alerts. And we're going to really teach you how to attack alerts, how to outbound effectively, how to be incredibly powerful with your mortgage inquiry watches, your new listing watches, how to use those both with your realtors and to use those with your customers to create new opportunities. We're going to talk about credit improvement watch and how to actually create incredible value with your clients on the credit side of it. And then lastly, get into how to build those relationships and the way you really get to know your borrowers in a powerful way, and your partners too.
All right, let's get into, closing. And then guys, this partnership, listen to this, because this is when you take what you learned on how to apply and convert at the borrower level mindset, and then how to do this at scale, how to bring and leverage technology. Remember, technology is powerful, but it's only as powerful as it's used, the adoption of technology and then adopting best practice. So, wait till you hear this. So tell us about closing.
So I have an old saying that I go by that goes like this: stop selling and start solving. The biggest mistake that most loan officers make is they're trying to sell the borrower on the idea of what the loan is, instead of solving the inherent problems and financial challenges, or solving the way that they can get into a home affordably in today's marketplace. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you about how to build options, which is what Mortgage Coach is built on, because as I say all the time, options create choice, choice creates ownership. When you have choice for your borrowers and they own the idea, you don't lose deals on the back end. We're going to teach you how to present those options in the right way, the power of options, and the importance of using Mortgage Coach to your benefit to really make sure that you're capitalizing on the benefit of choice for your customers and turning the sale basically over to them. That's what great salespeople do. They don't sell anything. They solve for the customer and let the customer choose the right solution, and it's an automatic. And we'll even teach you how to get commitment at that point and make sure you lock that borrower up.
So guys, I collaborated on all of this with Dale, but this is a section where, back in the day, I was a great conversion loan officer. I founded Mortgage Coach to drive conversion. And now I've interviewed thousands of loan officers. For over 15 years, I've interviewed multiple loan officers a week. And by the way, when I say I've interviewed loan officers, I'm interviewing the best loan officers that are doing over 100 million and going, what are your best practices? And I just created a lesson for very specific tips on how to present a total cost analysis. I've interviewed loan officers that are new and they're like, oh, no one's clicking on my link, or it's not working. And then I interview loan officers that are like, everybody clicks on the link and it works. Well, guys, it's, when it comes to technology, sometimes it's what you say before the tech that matters more than the tech itself. And we cover that, guys. So we've got everything from Dale Vermillion closing skills and conversion skills to things from me. Before we do this partner section, Alex, is there anything you want to say or frame?
I mean, look, when I look at this, when I think about what I want to give my team as a leader, how I want to make an investment in them and show them that I'm not just asking them to go work harder. Go work even harder. Go pound on doors more. Go make more phone calls. Go send more emails. Follow up with borrowers more. If I really want to be a great leader, I'm giving my team resources, guys, resources, the ability to maximize what I've already committed to do. I've committed to work for you. I've committed to do these loans. Give me the ability to be the best I can be. Give me the coaching, give me the training. And by the way, Dale can maybe speak to more of the details on this. This has a huge discount wrapped into it, because it's like, how do we give this to everyone that can actually go and take advantage of it? All right. Yeah. And Dale, thank you for doing this at the price that you're willing to do this for, because this is to get your whole team. This isn't to get one of your people on this. This isn't to go, well, let me try this with one of my top producers and see what kind of feedback he gets. This is a proven system. This isn't, we're not guessing. This isn't like, Dale, hey, let's see if we can help some people get better. It's just million+ loan officers have been trained through this. Dale's current customers are outperforming the market big time. And we're like, you know what? We have to give this to our clients. And so please do not look at this and say, let me give it to one person. Let me give it to one branch. you are going to make the biggest investment and give the biggest gift to your whole company by getting everyone dialed into this, everyone on this program. So that would be my 5 cents. Like, get your team trained up, start 2023, give the confidence that your team needs to go into this and go, wow, I'm not afraid to talk rate. I'm not afraid to hear rebuttals. I'm not afraid to talk about anything anymore because I now have this training and I've been tested on it and I've been certified. If I'm not certified, I didn't complete this, and you guys will know who those people are. So I'm just so head over heels with this program. I just wish my Christmas miracle that I'm looking for is that all of you get all of your teams on this and ready to go for 23.
All right. So before Dale explains that last one, since Alex went into the price, we put links. So, we're going through the outline so that we want to make sure people really know what the program is. But you guys could go to the website where you buy it and you can sign up today for $4.99. I've had people reach out to me, and one of the reasons why we said, hey, let's create this webinar and really tell is we just want to make sure at scale we're telling you what it is. And no, if one loan officer wants to sign up for it, we don't discount. We teach loan officers not to discount. We teach loan officers how to overcome price exceptions. If the discount we do provide is to branches, regions, and companies. So all on this page, hand this off to your manager, regional leader, but I highly encourage loan officers sign up today. Managers, we'd love to get you on the team at scale, and we would love to transform your branch, your region, or your company so that you guys are a conversion machine. So now, Dale, it was really important. We wanted to teach these mindset, conversion, call, Boomerang insights, but we also wanted to make sure that they could scale this and they could go to realtors and turn all this into a value prop with realtors. So describe the partnership piece. And then guys, if you do have questions, we're gonna leave this open for Q&A. We're almost done with describing the product, making sure you're clear on how to sign up, and then we'll do some Q&A. But could you describe what you did here, Dale?
Well, look, the one thing that I tell everybody this year is, however many real estate partners or referral partners you had last year, remember, their business is down just like the mortgage industry is down. So you've got to double, triple, or quadruple your referral sources. That means you got to be great at prospecting. That means you got to know what they're looking for, and you got to know how to really work with partners well. We will cover that in the final segment to help you understand how to build those partnerships, how to use the sales boomerang tools to become a great tool to build partnerships with your realtors so that they literally are meeting with you and nobody else because you've got something for them. There's a simple philosophy that I teach in partnerships. You got to give to get. The problem with loan officers is they want to get to give. That's not the way it works. If you're calling to sell your products and services, they're not buying. If you're calling to help them build their business, they want to talk to you all day long, and we'll teach you what that conversation needs to look like, how you're going to use the tools that you have to be successful, and how to grow your partnerships exponentially. That's what this is built around.
All right, guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And guys, so that's it. We told you why we did it. We really want to help mortgage professionals thrive in this market, gain market share in this market. And yeah, as technology entrepreneurs, Alex and I, we have technology, and we know that we don't deliver ROI unless loan officers use our technology and they use it right. And so this is a way for us to get more ROI on the platforms. If you were invited to this, you're already a customer of ours. So, while we are letting the broader market know about this, because, hey, we'll let them sign up for MortgageCoach, we'll let them sign up for Boomerang. And if you are watching this and you don't have one of our platforms, get a demo. We'll put a link somewhere. We'd love to share it to you. But we're really here. This entire project is about improving the return on your investment. And it's about helping loan officers have the right sales skills. And having that, and the scale skills that we're focused on is being an advisor, being a value provider, not winning with price. So Dale,
There's a question in here real quick. Let's answer a couple of things that popped up. First of all,
Bruce, it's all Q&A from here on out.
Yeah. So Bruce, real quick, first of all, thank you for your engagement. You've been in the chat nonstop. This is a at your pace program, right? This isn't Dale starts doing the program at 9 o'clock. You have to be there at 9. Once you sign up, The entire library of the training is available, and you start the process. You go at your own pace. It's all video based. Then there's quizzes, videos, quizzes, test, certification. So go at your own pace. This is what makes this program so valuable. It is not like stop everything, cancel things, and now you got to show up at 9 o'clock. Nope. This is at your pace. Highly recommend you guys training your teams and saying, look, you're now going to start your day from 8 to 10. Do this, and then we'll do it again tomorrow, right? Like I would encourage your team to create a schedule. However, this is at your own pace. So I wanted to answer that question. And then there was one more from Mary.
Hey, real quick, Alex,
Go ahead.
before we do another chat question, Dale, we've talked to some customers together, and I want you to at least, kind of provide some closing thoughts on, why should a manager sign up all their loan officers? Why should an individual sign up? And then guys, we'll crush all your questions. I just want to make sure Dale shares that.
So Robert Ringer had the best quote on success I've ever read, and I've read over 400 books on sales and success. And here's what he said. Success is a matter of understanding and religiously practicing specific, simple habits that always lead to success. This is exactly what Meet the Market is. It's strategies from over 27 years. I've actually got 39 years in the business. So it's really 39 years of experience, over 1 million loan officers and 650 companies that I've trained, where I've sat down with 50, 60, 80 loan a month producers, people who do $100, $200 million in production, and use those techniques over years where we've collaborated those into a system that works. Our average client has a 38% increase in their results in the first 30 to 90 days over the 27 years we've been doing this. And our clients all do better than the averages out there based on this. And if you just think of it this way, if you went through this training and you closed one more loan, which you're going to close a lot more than that, I can guarantee you, if you close one more, you're going to quadruple your return on investment instantly, just like that. Well, we're going to teach you how to change the way you approach, whether you're an experienced loan officer or brand new. If you're brand new, you're going to have the system. If you're experienced, we're going to help you refine it to get those fine points you need. The bottom line is everybody on here who decides to move forward, you're going to see your numbers go up instantly and maximize both sales Boomerang, Mortgage Coach, and all of your referral partnerships and your leads to get a whole lot more out of them. That's the reason why you want to do it.
So guys, let me share something else to just put things in contrast. So first of all, if you're a manager on this call and you have loan officers that work for you and they're in multiple states, it costs you anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on how many states you need to keep loan officers. So loan officers that work for you are not free. Not to mention, with comp reform, you're paying them. So the amount of money just to have a loan officer on your team is expensive. And so we need to make them as efficient and effective as possible. $500 to invest in a loan officer to upgrade their conversion skills is nothing. The other thing that I'll make a case for is, as an industry, we've obsessed with, hey, how many loans did you close? Oh, what's your loan volume? Guys, the most important metric is conversion. And the second most important metric, and maybe in today's market, the single most important metric, is profitability. Price exceptions. Most lenders have gone multiple quarters with not positive basis points. According to MBA, the industry on average lost 20 basis points in Q3. So every basis point matters in this market. And trust me, I know this because every time a lender is looked at a mortgage coach loan officer versus a non-mortgage coach loan officer, they're at least 10 basis points more profitable. Every basis point matters. So even like if you're a regional leader, a loan officer that doesn't just have Mortgage Coach and Sales Boomerang, it's going to be 10 basis point or more profitable. They're going to have at least a 5 to 10% higher conversion rate. And so guys, the amount of value that we bring in a market like this where profitability is not the norm, it's uncommon. So really, this is a sales call. A lot of the content I create is, I call it edu selling, where we're like educating and we're always reminding you like, hey, Mortgage Coach Boomerang. No, this was a sales call because we think we have something that will change your career. We think we have something that will really be valuable in this market. Mary Beth, super pumped to hear that you're going to sign up your team. Guys, so first of all, give us a little emoji. You know, how was this? This is kind of the conclusion of the webinar and us telling you what to do, telling you why we think you should sign up. Let us know what you thought of it. So cool. We got some hands. We got some celebrations. Now, we will stay here until you guys quit asking us questions. We'll make sure they all get asked. Dale or Alex, what questions? Oh yeah, great Christmas present for your team. Although I'd give it to him.
Bill's got a question. So Bill is asking, you guys have access to this for 30 days. That's exactly right. After 30 days, what happens, Dale? Like if somebody goes, man, I need that module, at 60 days afterwards, is it signed back up for that one person or?
Yeah, it's signed back up if you want to get another 30-day access to it. That's the way we've got this thing set up right now. And look, in the 30 days, we're going to give you enough exercises and things that our intention is you have this mastered at the end of 30 days. Yeah. So you're going to find.
Go ahead, Dale. I didn't cut you off.
I just to say we find that because we've done training for 27 years, we know how long it takes to get somebody entrenched in the training and do it. And because again, it's strategic and practical, you're going to be using it and it's going to stick pretty quickly, what you're going to find. And we also have other training programs where they can sign into that are longer term. So if you go, man, I love this. We have a program called the Engage program where every month I'm doing sales sessions that are based on the market, specific to the time. They can sign up for those kinds of things too. So there's a lot of other options after the fact. But for Meet the Market, you'll have that mastered in that 30-day period. You'll be killing it.
I do want to add to that because, you know, we had some discussion, you know, with Dale and his team. And one thing I've learned that when people buy things and they don't use them or they don't take action immediately, they end up never using them. And so we also wanted to like sign up now and get after it. So time is of the essence. Any other questions coming, Alex, that we think we want to hit?
I'm looking just the same questions as before. Somebody was asking about same question as Bill, which is, hey, can we come back after 60 days? The idea is, guys, right? Typically you get a training. Everyone comes into a training. It's an all-day thing, 8 hours with a 1 hour or 2 break, and then maybe a lunch and learn conversation at the end of the whole thing. This is 30 days access to this information over and over and over and testing and testing and testing. And so we all want unlimited access. Honestly, when you guys see the content, you're going to want unlimited access. We get it. However, this is designed to get you to learn this and utilize it. It's just like having a beach in your backyard. If you have a beach in your backyard, you'll go in the beginning. You're like, wow, new beach. Awesome. I'm going to go take a dip. But after a while, you're like, I'll go back to that beach whenever. This has to be confined so that you go to work. You go to work, you do the lessons, you get it done, you get your repetitions, you ask your questions. If we made it unlimited, it'd be like, I got it, I'll come back to it when I really need it. No, you need it now. You need it now. Your team needs it now. They need the repetition. So that's why one of the biggest reasons that it's 30 days also, but it is 30 days. You can come back to it. You do it in a week, come back to it the following day, right? You do it in 2 weeks, come back to it the following day. Something that sinks in and sticks with you and you're like, I want to know this like my own name. Fine, rewatch it 25 times, go for it. But don't give your team an excuse to go, oh, we have access for this thing for 120 days. No, get them to go and do it now. Dale, am I on point with that?
You're dead on the button with that. That's exactly the approach you want to take. And again, I can't say this enough, that everything that you're learning in this training is market specific. It's to today's world and it's strategic so that you're picking it up right away. And it's built as a system. So you're building on knowledge as you go through each module. That's the way we've built it. So having that connection in the modules will, each time you're getting better and further down the sales path until by the time you've gone through that first week, you're starting to crush it.
Yeah, and there's a great question from Chris Wright. Chris is like, hey, SB, Sales Boomerang is only an enterprise account access. Will this be useful if we only have Mortgage Coach? Absolutely. You're going to learn a lot of Mortgage Coach skills, But even if you're not a Sales Boomerang user right now, you're going to get to pick up some things, some ideas, some concepts, and you're going to say to yourself, all right, how do I get access to some of this information? If I can't be enterprise, how do I use some of this and now use some of the information that I could collect and deliver the value that you know, without Sales Boomerang that I can offer? And then of course, hey, there's a great argument to go, how do I get this intelligence automatically delivered into my system for every person on my team? So some of you on here are individual users, your brokers, your 1-2-man teams. We understand that the enterprise has not been available for all of this, but the information in this utilizes the notification of an event, let's say a listing. Guys, you guys meet people with listings all the time. Take the content that you're going to get based on that piece of information and utilize it for yourself. You don't have to be a Sales Boomerang. You don't have to be an MC user, a mortgage coach user to get information about presentation, asking questions, delivering advice over price. You will get all of that, even if not using both. Of course, the combination, the Borrower Intelligence platform combination of both gives you an edge.
Huge.
But this isn't about that. This is about skills. This is about confidence building. It's about knowing how to attend a conversation and be present and not be like, oh my gosh, I hope they don't talk about rates because I don't know what to say. You just welcome it in. Come on, let's go. I know you're worried about rates. Let's talk about that. Again, Dale will teach you guys exactly how to do it, but it is great. Don't have SB, no problem. Don't have MC, no problem. Your teams will learn all of those skills. So great questions, guys.
So guys, we're going to wrap up. We don't have more questions, but Dale, I want to, you know, you have been teaching sales skills, conversion skills, you know, for many decades now. Any closing thoughts you have for anyone that's hung on here and still wants to learn more about this, or any closing thoughts?
Well, first, I want to thank you for hanging on with us. And I want you to know we're here to help you guys. Look, we are all invested in this community that we call the mortgage world. We love this industry. We love the people in the industry. And we love the fact that we have an incredible, indelible impact on the lives of families all over the country. The no borrower left behind, that's what we live out. We want every single consumer in the US to own a home at some point in time, to have the freedom of home ownership, the American dream, and when they get there, to live in it right. We're going to help you understand how to make an incredible difference with your customers that ultimately is going to lead to an incredible difference in your income, in your own families, in your communities, and the things that you can do. This is not about selling products. This is about helping you attack a market that's one of the toughest markets we've seen in US history, with absolute advice that will work you through it to be successful, because it's also one of the most opportunistic markets I've seen in 40 years.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna close this out. If I'll give Alex a chance if he has a closing thought, but I have always passionately believed that a loan officer could be the single most valuable advisor to a consumer. And when you look at what technology is doing, it's making the job of financial planners even harder. I mean, they're getting disrupted by robo advice. Real estate agents, you know, they're having challenges in getting disrupted.
Yeah.
CPAs, you know, TurboTax is putting a big hit on them. I believe that a loan officer could be the single most valuable advisor to a consumer. And I believe that a mortgage advisor can be the most valuable advisor to what we call the captain of the wealth team. But being an advisor is what they need to be. And so I'm super pumped. Thank you, Dale, for you and your team. You put together a great piece of training, you know, for any leader that wants your loan officers to be the most valuable advisors to consumers and the most valuable advisor to the wealth team. You know, that's why, you know, in that last category, we didn't just call it realtors. We said partners, because you need to have CPAs. You need to have financial planners. So
Interior designers, I hear right now, is a big deal.
Yeah, if you are a leader and you want your people, this is like this is a belt you need to have. You know, this is a training program you need to put your people through. And if you're a leader, you need to lead by example. You need to go through this as well. I don't just want branch managers to sign up and say, hey, loan officers, you need to do it. No, you need to lead by example, get signed up, go through the program, get it done in a week, get it done in 2 weeks. You know, this shouldn't even be 30 days. It should be 2-week training. We'd have more people go through it and get more value if we did that. So we've gone a little over. Hopefully y'all got value. Alex, is there anything you want to say before we close out and say goodbye?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope everyone sees the effort that went into this and how selfless this is, right? This is a program that we all could have charged 4, 5, 6 times the amount, but that's not what's the purpose here. We're like, we know the industry needs support. People don't know exactly how to work in this environment. There's a lot of fear. There's a statistic out there. I think we just heard yesterday, right? That we're going to go from 15,000 or 16,000 lenders in 2022, starting the year, to next year about 6,000 or 7,000 lenders. Talking about it's a lot of fear, right? It's a lot of unknowns, and I just hope everyone understands the value here and why we did this and what was the purpose behind this. It's not about money for us. It's about giving you guys the ability to go out and perform in 23 and beyond.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for those of you that stayed with us, and it's a pretty big audience. Super grateful for your attention, your time. You know, the best way we can serve you is to go through the program. And here's the last closing thought I have. As you go through this program, I know hundreds, hopefully thousands of loan officers will go through this program. I want to hear success stories. I want to hear, how did it help you in the marketplace? I want to know how it compared to other training programs that you've been through. So please, you know, Dave at MortgageCoach, I want to interview you. I want to hear like, hey, I did it, and it helped me get an extra real estate relationship. It helped me close loans. I want to hear your success stories. So Dave at MortgageCoach, or, you know, be active in our Facebook group, MortgageCoach Productivity Mastermind. This will be recorded. So for all of you that are watching in the recording, if you have questions or comments, put them in chat. But guys, this is something where we made it super simple, and now we've described it. So click the sign up button. Let's get after it. Let's tear it up. Take care, everybody. This is a wrap.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Take care,
God bless.
everybody.
Appreciate y'all.